let's start with, we've got 3 hours. We're going to do all these stories right and lay them out in a big way. The leader of the free world is hovering under 40% approval ratings just months into his administration. Gallup Daily Tracking Poll has the president at 39%. The Investors Business Daily Poll has the president at 34%, with 56% disapproving. And the latest Quinnipiac University poll has Trump at 35%. The Quinnipiac pollsters note that, by comparison, George W. Bush's lowest, 28% in their poll, came nearly 8 years into office, 2 unpopular wars, a housing crisis that drove a deep recession. President Trump is underwater on most key issues right now. 64% disapprove of his performance on health care, 57% disapprove of his handling on immigration issues, 48% disapprove of his handling on the economy, 61% disapprove of his handling on environmental policy, 58% disapprove of his handling on foreign policy, 49% disapprove of his handling on terrorism. Joe?
Yeah. Mark Halperin, how bad do these numbers impact the president's ability to get anything done, whether it's overseas or at home?
It's tough. We talk all the time about how low poll numbers diminish his sway with Congress, but these foreign leaders are aware of how these numbers impact the president's ability to deliver on things, how much room it gives him to maneuver. And you look at past presidents, as was suggested before, numbers like this usually come after you've done a lot of stuff and alienated people. This president is still looking for his first big legislative win. So at a time when he's facing incoming from around the world, he's got this big summit Thursday and Friday down in Florida with the president of China. He is facing a lot of tough decisions without a lot of leverage, and these poll numbers give him less leverage, obviously, rather than more.
And Shane, what we're looking at also is a number of different foreign policy crises, the questions surrounding the White House itself, the questions that erupted yesterday over Susan Rice. Do these poll numbers make a difference in the big picture?
Oh, I think they definitely do. I mean, these are all converging at one time, and as Mark was saying, they kind of put Trump in a box and how he can respond to them. But these are not new problems. It's important to remember, too. The North Korean nuclear issue, that was something that he inherited from Obama. Obama warned him about that. The Syrian issue has been there. What did he do yesterday? He criticized the Obama administration for its weak stance as he perceived it. These are all in his court now, though. I mean, he is the chief foreign policy official. This is up to him. So, though his poll numbers are low, that doesn't change the necessity for him to respond forcefully to it.
And you can't overstate, as we all know, the importance of these poll numbers to the president himself. Remember, his stump speech as a candidate for many, many months consisted solely of him pulling a piece of paper out of his pocket and reading his poll numbers. This stuff gets to him. He sees this. He may become obsessed with this number. He may fight back against the number, cite another poll that has him higher. But there's really no good news in here for Donald Trump. 35% is the number you'd see at the end of a presidency, at the end of a bad presidency. And the one good number where 52% say the economy is good, even in there, 66% of the people in this poll say President Obama gets credit for the good economy.
The two things he cares most about are winning and strength, and these numbers don't reflect either of those things.
Very bad numbers to wake up to. President Trump is more popular, though, than his own party. In that Quinnipiac poll, Americans disapprove of Republicans 70% to 21%, a 14-point negative swing from 2 weeks ago, or about 1 point a day. And Harry Anton of 538 tweeted that when you look at a generic ballot, the House GOP is in the worst position ever for a majority party at this point. Democrats are also unpopular. Their approval split is 57 to 34%, but they're having a bit of an upswing. Top party leaders are unpopular as well. Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer are all significantly upside down in their favorability polling. Joe, the Republican Party is in a very difficult position.
Mika, were you coming to me? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Every time you come to me, people in the booth are talking to me. So this is like the third time this morning you have asked me a question and I haven't been able to hear it.
Well,
okay, so yeah, the Republican Party's in trouble. And if Donald Trump thinks that he can somehow blame this on Paul Ryan or the House, he's completely wrong. They're looking straight at him. Their numbers are collapsing because of him. Their numbers are collapsing because there's no leadership in the Republican Party. And this is very, very bad, not just for Trump. It's bad for Paul Ryan, and it's bad for the House. But at the end of the day, everybody looks back to the person who's supposed to be running the show, and it's Donald Trump. And the news, Mark Halperin, is all bad. If you're working on the Hill, why would you do anything for Donald Trump?
Well, you look, Republicans have been front and center since certainly November and more since January. Paul Ryan's had a big platform. Mitch McConnell's had a big platform. They've been able to lay out their agenda on all sorts of things. And as you said, the president's mostly front and center. But this makes it difficult for Republicans to want to follow the president. As you said, it also makes it difficult for the president to say, well, I want to stand side by side with Republican leaders because they're less popular than he is.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.